But let's just start your opening. Just move something. Let's see.
Okay.
Great. Where'd you learn that?
Okay.
That was so good.
Oh, thank you. It took me a lot of time to just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. And I finally landed on the D2 pawn. And I said, fuck it. Let me take him as far as I can.
Did you watch Queen's Gambit?
Absolutely. How'd you know?
Yeah,
Am I that impressive
you know?
already?
No, teachers, they just understand their students. So it makes sense. It makes sense. We're not going to do Queen's Gambit. I'm putting my foot down.
Oh, wait, can I just say I watched Queen's Gambit. I don't actually know what the Queen's Gambit is. To be completely honest with you, I think I was going more so for the London system, which is the only system I know.
That is sophisticated.
Is it?
You would go with the London.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
very much. I do the Stonewall, personally.
I don't even know what the Stonewall is.
Yeah, I'm scared to teach you. Well, I'm scared to teach you because I don't want you to use it against me, ever.
Ah, got it. Maybe you could teach me after. I don't know. Or you could teach me and I'll just pinky promise not to use it against you.
Yeah, you can use it on other people, maybe. I'm just like, making sure, you know. I don't want you to beat me. I'm a woman GM, and it'd be embarrassing if you were to beat me. But okay, great. So you know where all the pieces, you know how all the pieces move, right? Obviously.
Yes.
Great. Do you have any questions about that? We're just starting there.
I've never seen an en passant.
Great. Yeah, we'll cover that later.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be. I want to
overwhelm my small brain. Yeah, I understand.
No, not that.
It happens often.
I would just rather teach that in like live in the situation, you know?
Got it.
Because otherwise it's like, oh, well, I don't even remember because I've never seen this.
Got it. That makes a lot of
That's the hard thing about chess is sometimes you just forget. And so it's better to learn in the moment.
Someone in chat said WGM equals worst grandma.
Okay. All right. I worked hard to earn this title. Okay, I'd appreciate if you guys took it seriously. Okay,
it is a lot of work, guys, and that's not what it stands for. Okay,
it might be a bit of, you know, maybe I knew the right people, maybe I found the right people, and I, you know, we'll see.
You know, that's life, networking.
Regardless, this will be great. Okay, so I'm just gonna move a piece. I'm just gonna match you.
Got it.
And this is okay. You don't need. What is your rating right now?
I don't even, like, what is the rating you start off with? Because that's what I have.
Okay. We'll check that out later. That's no big deal. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to do this in this system.
Okay. Where'd you get London system?
No. I just watched the video where Hikaru coaches XQC and he taught him this and I was like, I want to try it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to teach you a fun trap today. It's called the legal trap. I'm going to teach you that later, but I think it'll be fun. I think you'll like traps because they're a little tricky.
Oh, the only game I've ever won against a real person, I did the Scholars Mate.
Oh, that's awesome. We love that.
And I forgot how to do it. I only did it that one time.
It's okay. Everything comes with practice. It's like I said, it's learning League of Legends. So the Scholar's Mate is Jinx,
Hikaru.
right? That's how you learn to play Jinx.
Did I say it right?
The legal trap is like playing. It's like playing Katarina. You know, like every single trap is a different champion, and there's just thousands of them.
And you just need to learn them all.
Yeah, and it's exhausting, and that's what's hard about chess. It makes it.
I'm gonna practice with you guys.
So I'm just
how to say his name.
Usually on black side, the best way to like start would be just to copy. Like before you get a black opening, I'm just gonna copy. So you'll do the same thing if you get black pieces. Just kind of copy until we get to that level where you have a black opening and a white opening.
Got it. Because I think London system is only when you're white, right?
Yeah. I personally have a hard time with like black openings. It's just so much harder.
Now what?
Okay, now what?
Yeah, I
So
guess maybe I want to okay, I know now what. I want to develop my pieces so I can later on castle.
yes.
But
So
the the confusing thing for me right now is that I've developed a bishop on my queen side, but I'm guessing I want a castle on my king side. Or
yeah.
do I want to develop the pieces on my queen side? Well, I guess it's 2 either way. So maybe I just develop my bishop to like c3. Or sorry, not c3, c4.
Before you move anything, if you move
Oh
your
wait,
bishop
no,
to
then you
c4,
eat it. True,
yep.
true. That's not good.
That's a good thought process though. So where's somewhere you can move your bishop that is safe?
d3? But no, then well, I guess it's backed up by the pawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so the good move about that is you're also controlling the center. So the center of the board is the gold.
The most
That is the cookie that everybody
part.
wants. Yeah. Like let's stare at that center. We want to take
Oh my
advantage of the center.
god, b5. That's a spot. Oh my god, that would have been
Well,
check.
that's the thing to think about is just because there is check doesn't mean you have to take it, right?
True.
So if you go to b5, let's imagine this world. You go to b5 and you're in check, and then all I have to do is move. I can move a knight over to block that. I could move this pawn down, and then you just wasted a turn, really.
True, because then I have to move my bishop back anyways.
Yeah, at the very, very beginning, that's like, this is when we want to spend the most time developing. And the cool thing is, me as black pieces, I move my knight out. That's me developing my knight. So
True.
you just gave me an extra turn to do something that maybe I wouldn't have been able to do. So it's kind of a disadvantage there.
Okay,
So that's totally fine you
head,
didn't do that.
5
it's
head.
okay. It's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomly develop some pieces on black side. So now you go.
Okay. I think I do knight to f3. Let me just make sure he's not gonna die.
Perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna...
Bop.
Perfect.
That's the first time I've ever castled in my life.
Really?
Yep.
Perfect. So your main goal about like this is the early start, this is your opening, is number 1, develop. So you don't want to touch the same piece twice, and that's something that Hikaru has said a lot. Is like in those first like I think he says 10 moves. It might be more than that, but you just don't want to touch the same piece twice if you can avoid it. Yeah, first 10 moves, don't touch the same piece twice, and then castle early. And I'm a big culprit of being like, oh, I want to keep me moving pieces. I don't want to castle yet because, like, you know, like I could attack or I could do something more fun. Because castling just feels like a passive thing, but it's really important later on that if you don't do it early, you can set yourself up for failure. So it's really, really important just to make it a priority, no matter how fun other things look on the board. So now you're castled. I've moved a piece. We're kind of in this setup where we're staring at each other's pieces a lot. So now your priority is really looking for checks, captures, and attacks. And so checks, you obviously know what that means. It's you checking the king, right?
Yeah.
And then so captures, do you understand that?
Yep, when you eat another piece.
Peepo Pog. Wow, what a queen. What a queen. She knows. She knows. Okay.
I don't know why that's like the automatic terminology my brain uses. Pardon that, please.
No, that's totally fine. I still say that. I believe that's the better term. I've been working with chess to change it, but they keep telling me no.
New meta via us.
Yeah, they need to nerf something, and so I figure at least the terminology could be changed. But I guess whatever. Okay, and then attacks. What does that mean to you?
It's when your piece, in a sense, can like contest another piece or eat another piece.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like, it's not necessarily a super crazy move. Like you're not going to get a piece out of it, but it can put pressure on the opponent, and that's what we're hoping for. So do you see anything staring at your board right now? You have to make the choice. Do you want to start attacking or do you want to keep developing? And you're kind of in that part of the game where you could do either. I would say you have a few pieces that I think are important to keep developing, but you could also start attacking. So this is totally just preference, and Hikaru will probably beat you, or he will probably teach you otherwise. He won't beat you. I hope he doesn't beat you.
He's gonna beat me.
But I'm just starting on the basics, okay? I just wanna be like, here are the basics. This is how
Okay,
we
so
think.
actually, this is something I'm quite unsure of. Basically, like I would love to get my knight out, but something I'm never really sure whether it's right or wrong is that, let's say I move my knight to c3, then I'm kind of like blocking this pawn, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if I should move my pawn to c4 first and then get my knight out. Do you get what I mean?
So yeah. So it totally depends on the position. So right now, a cool thing to do, because look at this big battle in the center. Like, do you see what's going on here?
A lot. It's very
there's
overwhelming.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot. So what you can do is reinforce that. So since this is how your board is set up right now, is all that focuses in the middle.
So to reinforce it, would I go like pawn to c3? Or like
you could do that.
You
could do that. But if we're talking about, getting our knight out first is bigger priority than moving our pawns. So where's a spot that you could move your knight that would reinforce that middle?
I guess as you showed, d2.
Yeah, I didn't mean to show. Yeah, I cheated. I shouldn't have showed you. I didn't mean to do that.
I cheated.
Yeah. So you could go d2, and that way, if anything happens in the middle, which it will eventually, then you have backup.
Sorry, just laughing at fucking chat emotes.
Are they learning a lot? Do they feel good about what they're learning?
I think they're learning so much. They're probably clueless before they even heard your voice. You know what I mean?
I knew it. Sometimes it's just confidence, and we'll get to that lesson soon. We'll get to the confidence lesson. Okay, great. You have so much going on in the middle. I'm gonna be a crazy person. I'm just gonna go like this.
Okay. So if I take, you take.
There we go. Counting queen.
Take. Oh wait. You take. Oh, not that one.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I hate when it does that. You
have the right idea though. You started draw. It's always important to slow down and draw.
Chess com, can you help?
Oh god. Just there you go. Okay.
How did you do that? That's magic.
You just click away. You click off of it.
Maybe it's because I'm using push to talk, so it is confusing.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, probably.
Yeah, it's probably mad. Okay, let's start over. Draw.
All right.
Wait, is Hikaru in your chat? Someone said Hikaru's in your chat.
Yeah, Hikaru is in my chat.
Oh, okay.
And he said that you're doing an amazing job, better than he ever could have.
I knew he would say that. He's so nice to me. Ever since I became a woman GM, Hikaru did say to me, "Hey, I respect you as a chess player, and I hope you never change."
Beforehand, no respect.
Yeah.
But once you got the title.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what he's really doing? He's writing everything down. He's like, okay, I'm going to have to teach her that was wrong, that was wrong, that was wrong. Okay, counting.
Yeah, so I take... in priority of who can take, because you have both a pawn and a bishop that can take, would you have the lesser value piece take first?
Yes. So
okay, so you'd have your pawn take?
Yeah, so sometimes it's not as simple, and this is where I think a lot of beginner players lose it, and this is where I used to lose it a ton, is I would think to myself, like it's just take, and you don't consider the point system where this pawn is worth 1 point.
Yeah.
Yep, so you have to like really slow down when you're counting.
Okay, so... that's equal, but this is 1.
And then I take,
And then if I take,
you can even write it down on a piece of paper too.
I mean, this doesn't look very worth it to me because I'm using a knight and a bishop, and you're using. Wait, okay, let me do the math again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I take 3.
Okay, so you take. So that's, I'm literally
3,
going to write
and then
out.
pawn
Yeah,
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
One for 3. Wait.
Okay. So let's start over. So you're talking about taking my knight with your bishop, right?
Yeah.
So that is
I get 3 points, and then you
plus
take
3 points.
my bishop with your pawn.
Here, we're just gonna work it out. Sometimes we just need to be this visual. So watch. So you go here, right? So
Okay.
plus 3. We're gonna go back. Okay. So plus 3.
You can go
and
back.
then I go here. So this is cutie plus 3. Okay, and then your move to take that would be.
That one would not be worth.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, because before it's just a trade, but then you could stop there compared to bringing your knight up. Then it would just, that would not be worth. So good point. So then before even we do anything, you can decide, do you want to do that trade or not?
True. Well,
is it necessary? Because what else can I do? So before you ever move a piece, you always have to ask is like, what's the space you're leaving behind, or where's this next space going? And do that with your opponent too. So I have this knight, right? And you're deciding where to move. But before you do that, let's pause and think to ourselves, okay, her knight can go. And I do this in games all the time. I'll literally highlight where the knight, there you go. Yep. So my knight can go there. So what can I take right now?
Knight or pawn?
Knight or pawn. And if I take either of those, are they both protected?
Yes.
Okay. So
in
maybe
particular, my pawn would be advantageous to me because it would be a 1 for 3 trade.
Exactly. So that'd be really cool if I take your pawn. If I was a good player, I probably would do it. But let's just say I'm just gonna be crazy, and you decide. I want you to decide what you should do next.
I'm trying to see if there's something that I can do that is completely unrelated to this knight to, in a sense, like, be on the offense.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So I'm looking at, like... Well, I was looking at, like, this knight, because he seems to... Well, no, that wouldn't be really worth, because you have a pawn there, but... What do you recommend?
I would recommend. So
I look
at your
for.
Pieces.
Because I don't want to look at chat. That's force and CD.
Yeah, let's not look at what chat would be recommending. That would be so bad. Let's see. I would probably do.
Doesn't like she's gonna do it.
You can do the exact same thing. So think about what I just did. So I brought this knight in to attack you and scare you off. Is there something you could do that's similar to me?
That?
Yeah, I don't think that's actually a good move. That's probably an awful move. 1 second. I might have just made that up in my head.
I think it's a...
Let me think for a second.
Moderately identical move?
Oh, what am I thinking? Hello? Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we can keep developing and put our pieces in a safer place. I think so. We want to control that center even more. So we're all about controlling the center. And this is just how I would play this.
Well, I guess I'm getting it to move, but it doesn't do much for me. At least it's covered by this.
That's going to control the center. What piece is that?
Do you mean my knight?
Nope. I mean a piece you haven't even touched yet.
Oh, one of the pawns?
Nope.
I don't see how I can get my rooks or my queen out. Oh, true. Wow.
Because then, it puts your queen in a better position because eventually these are going to be moved. And then you have more control of this center.
Dude, I have another coach in the...
shit goes down.
All right.
So your best move by the book is to move that queen.
Ooh, by the book. Okay.
Yeah, I think if the book is correct, that is what I'm looking at. Let me text
And the
Hikaru
book is
real
in your
quick.
brain, isn't it?
Yeah. No, the book is on chess.com. But, you know, I'll just
No,
see.
you're a women's GM. The book is definitely in your brain.
Okay.
But thinking to what he
Perfect.
said, if I were to try to
Okay,
open
so
a file,
I'm just gonna
how do I move that?
God, this is hard. I almost
Karu,
want
that
to
was one of the questions I wrote down for you. How
I
to
almost
get my
want to
rook
change
out.
what
It
we're doing.
always
I almost
feels
want to
so
watch you play
awkward.
against somebody because I want to see your thought process there. Because I feel like I can like throw stuff, you know, like I don't know what people your current rating would do.
By the
Like I probably
maybe
do
I
this.
should change my title, but like it's me.
Let me just do that.
And then I just take, right?
Okay, so was moving your queen from that position the best thing to take with?
Oh, I guess I could have taken with my knight because he's covering this pawn, but this pawn's covered, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it like fucks me over, but it probably isn't the best thing to take with.
Either one was great. I just wanted to pause and have you think through that. I think they're very, very similar. The nice thing about keeping your queen here is there can be a tricky little mate in a little bit if I castle on this side, which I should do next. So
do you mean the back rank something?
Yeah, I mean that. That's actually what it's called. It's called the back rank something.
Back rank mate.
Back rank mate.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing. Which I think practicing mates will be very, very helpful too, just because then you'll start seeing them. So doing drills with some mates, which that's probably what we'll end with. So I'm gonna go ahead and castle. And so now you decide. You know, we have that. We go back to the basics. Every single time before you move, you have to decide checks, captures, attacks, develop. So.
Okay. Checks. I can see your bishop moving here and being covered by the knight, and that would be a little bit awkward for my queen.
Great, we love that.
I also don't want to, now that you mentioned back rank, I feel like you're still kind of far from it, but at some point I probably want to move. I don't know if it's only this pawn that I can move up or if I can also move this one up. I think either's fine, but I don't know which would be better. I would personally prefer to move this one so it gives another backing for my bishop.
Let's do it.
Okay, Smiley.
That's probably wrong, but whatever. It feels good, okay? Here's
I
the
just
thing.
don't know at what point I should be afraid of this.
Yeah, that's what I hate about chess is sometimes you move a piece and they're
now
like, God, no, your life is over. And you're like, okay, all right. Like, this is just what I wanted to play. Like, yeah, you're going to get better. But right now it's like, one thing happened. Your light scores became weak. You're exposing your king a little more. I always draw lefts, but I think it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you didn't, maybe it's fine. I'm just going to say it's fine. It's fine for this level and everyone needs to relax.
Do I want to make a trade on some pawn so I can open up a file for my rooks?
Yeah, that's an idea too. Yeah, it's part of developing, I believe.
I've literally, again, I've played like 3 matches and I scholars mated one of them, so I don't know what I'm doing at all.
We love that. I love that.
Thank you. You love that for me? Thank you.
I love that for you. I love the scholars mate for you. I think it's so great.
Likewise, I loved it for me too.
I think it's strong. Okay, so I want to do how I would normally play back when I'm guessing I was close to your rating and I was just a thirsty, hungry shark and I would just do crazy stuff like that.
Respect. Okay, let me see what would be best to take with. If I take with this, I mean, nothing can take back. I just don't know if I should take with this or with this.
Okay, so which one do you think is best?
One sec, let me turn off my push to talk. Because so you can hear my full thought process.
Yes, I love that.
So I feel like if I take with this, oh geez, if I take with this one, it's a bit awkward because I feel like it leaves my king less protected and also makes this piece a little almost not useless, but yeah, just feels spooky. If I take with the e3 pawn, then at least I open up a file for a rook of mine, and this is still covered. This is still covered. Everything seems okay. These pieces are kind of weak, but yeah.
100%.
This one, I think. So I want to take with the e3 pawn. Is that the wrong answer? Okay.
Yep. No, that's the right answer in that situation. It's hard because you lose some control of the center, but also you kind of, regain it by keeping your king safer. Also, I can't, this square is just double protected.
True.
Like,
true.
So that was really good thought process to pause and be like, okay, which one can I take it with? Which I know is like, I know when you're playing chess, you're just like, I just want to go. Like, it's so annoying to sit there and like be like, okay, but like it's gonna become second nature, and you won't have to say it out loud every single time.
Okay.
But okay, so I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I started freaking singing Awaken. I'm starting to feel a little wild too. And what I mean by that is for some reason, I want to jump this guy up here.
Okay.
If you take, I take. And then we just start dancing around. But I don't know if that's the right thing. I feel like this is a solid-er move.
Okay, so if we're trying to move a rook, which one? So yeah, these are both some fun ideas. But if we're choosing between moving a rook, which one should we move?
You think this one? Or you mean up?
No, I there's so many lines. Sorry, I moved them. What? So explain to me
My only concern with that is that I feel like I'm leaving two pawns unattended to. At the very least, maybe I should do this afterwards or before, or I don't know.
I would start personally with the pawn break. I think the pawn break is what you're talking about, like breaking into this pawn structure.
So you think I should do bishop to c4?
Bishop to c, not bishop to c4, pawn to c4.
Oh, sorry, pawn to c4, yeah.
Yeah.
YOLO!
Okay.
This is so adventurous and fun.
Okay, so now what happens when I do that?
I wish I could rewind to see what even you took.
Yeah, so you can. So
knight? That was my knight. Oh,
yeah,
wait, that was
there's that
bishop. And then I just nom nom.
Great. Okay. So now I'm trying to figure out. Okay, what happens now?
Oh, no. Okay, so I would have to move my queen to where is the question. Not here.
But smart of you to, like, as soon as I moved a piece, to pause and be like, okay. Like, because you had this in mind, and this is something, like, tunnel vision is a real thing. So, like, this was the whole point of this, right? We were like, okay, I need to move this piece. It's going to be awesome, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I move a piece, it can change your plan, and that was really smart of you to, like, stop.
Actually, I don't even want to do this because there's no way I take your knight while he's covered with this. So I think I'd rather make myself useful some other way. Maybe by doing this. Then maybe I can double up. I don't know if doubling up is even good, but...
It's not bad.
I feel like my rooks are so useless right now.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, maybe I do this, and then I do this to put some pressure here.
Great idea.
Okay.
Okay, so you're safe. I'm gonna. My queen has not been playing the game. I'm gonna go like this.
Oh my god, chat. I saw chat say forked,
Yeah,
which is true. You could have done this and then you would have done this or this. Oh my god, that would have been so bad. I did not eyeball that at all. Pardon?
That's a good point. That's a really good point. That could have happened, but I'm so in your elo right now that I wouldn't have seen that. That's the thing. I wouldn't have seen that. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
that is something we missed. Good job, chat. Good job, GM chat.
No, you gave me that one. You just wanted me not to get too far behind, right?
No.
All right. Well,
Okay,
thing
but
is,
look, now you saw that fork. So
Yes.
what can you do to protect yourself from that fork from happening?
I was gonna say my issue is that I didn't want to lose support on this guy, but my knight still covers him unless your queen decided to attack. This one is covered by a pawn. I just want to make sure I don't leave any pieces unprotected. So I could move my queen here. I think that solves the issue of potentially being forked.
But is there something better than moving? Because if we move your queen all the way back there, then you're losing some of that control of that center. So is there something maybe better that we could do to protect that fork from happening? I think your this rook might be good to getting closer to the middle compared to this one. Because my king's over here, right?
But then isn't my pawn left undefended? And you just get it for free?
Yes, great. Great point. Yes. You're amazing. Okay.
Thank you. You were testing me with that one.
You figured it out. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm so frightened.
We don't need to be scared.
Oh, I'm scared. I feel like I'm missing something. But it's fine. Actually, no, it's fine.
Perfect. That's lovely. We love that. Okay. Now I'm going to do...
You're crazy.
So crazy.
Ooh, I feel like my rook is a little bit pinned here. Correct?
Why?
In a sense? I don't even know if that's the word, because it's just... Because I can't take with this.
Why?
Otherwise, doesn't your knight just fork me? Oh, wait, no, because I can still eat him from there.
Yeah, there you go.
True. Huge. Got it.
Perfect. So then I'm just going to move a pawn. So so what can we do? So I just moved a pawn. I'm just developing. You talked about we have to protect this space right here, right? And so we can't move this rook, which is like so annoying. So what can we do now to start getting that rook to move?
These pawns need to just fucking do something, you know?
Yeah. And you had that idea earlier, remember? In the back of your head.
If I do this, I can attack knight.
Yep. That's great.
Buggies. Back that ass up, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, he's out of here. Okay, so now I panic. I'm like, oh God, where am I gonna...
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna go here. Okay. So now you have tons of space to start thinking, right?
Much more space.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? Because you have a knight you haven't given much attention to. So sometimes the best thing to do is just, okay, now we're at a pause, right? There's not an excessive amount going on. Let's do our first thing. Let's check for my knight moved. What is my knight attacking?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yep. So before we can even move on, we are okay, great. We have to go back to that. So let's save our queen.
That sounds like a very dramatic British show.
I know, let's save our queen.
Well, this guy's covered, so I guess I could just back that ass up. But is there something crazier I could do? There is, but I probably shouldn't. Or I could do this, I guess. Because I don't want to lose space. And then I'm attacking your knight.
Yeah, that's great. I wouldn't be too threatened by that knight attack, only because, like, okay, so your queen goes here, you're attacking my knight, but then my knight's pretty protected, so I wouldn't really worry about, because if you did take my knight, it'd be, like, such a blunder. But, yeah, that's great.
Can I move towards this? Oh, wait. No, because it's still defended. I'm trying to see if you have any undefended pieces, but I guess we both just have these dudes.
That's great to look for.
Yeah, I guess that's all.
Great. So that's a good move. Also, no,
D3?
we're just going to leave it at that. Yeah, you could, I mean, you could go queen d3 is the best move, just because then, yeah, but it's fine.
Because then, I mean, can I still attack it on this diagonal?
Yeah. You totally can. Okay, so I'm just gonna move some more. Okay. So now I'm attacking your queen.
That's quite rude.
Very rude. So your options are pretty limited.
I could trade queens, but I think I'm... Oh, are we even in material?
Yep.
I think you'd be up one. If I did this, you take, I take. I take. Okay, I have no idea when is a good time to trade a queen, aside from when you're already up like a decent amount of material or up at all, but we're even, so.
Yeah, well, sometimes the best time to trade a queen is kind of when you don't have a choice, right? So like, where could you move your queen right now that would be 100% safe?
Like all the way back here.
Yeah, you could move it all the way down, which is fine. And so sometimes what I've noticed, and this, you'll probably learn something differently, but I think at our level, I think this is totally fine, is like sometimes if you need it to get the game, I feel like I shouldn't give this advice. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me think. What should I say here? I don't want to say something that's going to ruin your life.
Just ruin it, queen.
Just ruin it, queen. Cause if you take my queen, it's gonna ruin my pawn structure, right? So that's an advantage. That's something to think about.
True, my pawn structure's already fucked, so.
Yeah, so you can mess mine up, because if you take my queen, I have to take it with that. Now you have this whole entire open file. That's an option. Or if you just want to keep your queen and you want to play a slower game, that's an option as well.
Wouldn't it be better to move here and then force you to make the decision, because this is a square that I have 2 tradable pieces on, if that makes sense?
Yeah. That's a great idea.
I'm just gonna do it to like keep the game going, but in reality, in like an actual game, I would never want to trade my queen. I just feel like, I feel like
that's how I feel. I like to keep my queen as alive as possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. Perfect. Goodbye, queens. And now look, you have control of the center again, which is kind of cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go like this.
Huge. See, I don't like that this guy's still all the way back here. This guy's still all the way back here. I feel like I don't have much control of the center. So, do I start moving them up, or do I try to
You have
get
two,
my
yeah, you have
rook
two
out of here?
powerful pieces that we need to kind of move around and get better vantage points.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. So I would focus on moving these first, because it's not like I'm pushing my pawns aggressively yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would try to focus on that. But again, you know,
Okay.
let's make sure before you even move anything, is there a place I can go to attack you? Like, what's under attack right now?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I think it's okay. But this is just like
Okay.
one move ahead, not two.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know if there are any potential forks you can create.
So
but I
yeah,
don't
so
think
sometimes what you need to do is, so we have all of our forks laid out, or all of our L shapes laid out. Bam, 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 bam. Sometimes in my brain, I'll pause and I'll try to imagine. Okay, so if the horse goes here, do I see, like, if it goes to this spot, do I see anything it
like
can
here.
fork and kind of draw it out? You know, and it takes much slower, but
much slower.
it's much slower. Yeah, it's good English. But, you know, I think it's totally fine. So if you don't see any impending doom, then let's just keep on developing those pieces and try to get some movement. And I would say your priority right now are that.
I'm thinking
for that.
Oh, you mean these? I was
Either,
actually
no.
thinking rook to d4 or something.
I was just trying to highlight your knight or your rook. Either one of those.
Oh, okay.
They just need to, yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about rook to d4? Is it bad to stack rooks? Like if I moved my rook to c1?
No, it's not bad. It's not bad, but usually the cool thing about stacking rooks is you can do it as a nice endgame tactic. It's a really good checkmate
but
to
not
stack
so
rooks.
Much at this point?
But not so much at this point, because really what you're doing is your rook doesn't have a ton of movement right now. So it's kind of limited in what it can do.
Yeah.
So I would say not yet. And so I think it's better to get it somewhere that might get, like, an open file is your best bet. We don't have any open files yet. So maybe getting it somewhere that you think will be open soon. Okay. Good. Now I am gonna, so my move here is just because I want to get my file open. Is my thought process. Okay. So before we did that, did you pause and see what my rook was attacking?
No.
Yeah, big rips. Okay. So
I mean, I
that.
paused, but I was only really looking at the center.
Yeah, see, that's the hard thing, is so every single time after I moved, so you have to pause and you have to be like, okay, Cutie moved. What is she attacking now? And it's so annoying. It's so annoying to do it every single time. And it gets like boring, and I say it a lot. Like I'll be like, chess is so boring. And it's because you have to do stupid stuff like this.
Thinking. Wait, I guess so I should have taken with the knight, because then I'm kind of hitting two birds with one stone.
That's awesome. Yep. Exactly.
Oh, that's so scary.
That's fun. Okay. Yeah. That's still a little spooky, but look, if I went here, if I went all the way down here.
I mean, yeah, I would take, but it's still, you know, spooky.
It is scary just to have anything close. I agree. Okay, so I'm going to go, I'm going to go here.
Trying to take my knight, ma'am? See, in a situation like this, I don't know if it's like, let me reposition. Or actually, it's kind of better to leave it, because in a sense, I want you to take my knight, don't I? So I could
that's an option. That's an option.
It
Or
scares me when you say that.
do you see any yeah, that's true. That is kind of scary. I agree. But the thing is like that's the thing about chess is
Mm-hmm.
like every single thing you do is it is just an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people put a lot of pressure on every single choice you make, but as long as you're not losing a lot of material, then we're moving forward. And a lot of people are going to be mad that I said that, but I think at the level that you're at and the level I'm at, it's like, okay, like let's just be chill. Like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so I see we're counting out right there. And if you're doing points of
It
if
may
you're doing
not be
points,
worth it, but I feel like I break your other side thingy majiggy.
okay. But there might
Just
be
a thought, though.
yeah, that's a good thought. But I mean, you still have these pawns that you can kind of start breaking with, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another idea. Okay, so what do you want to do? What do you like here?
I kind of don't like that both of my rooks are just spending their full-time job defending this little baby pawn. So I'd
Uh-huh.
like to put more use, or I'd like to make them more useful if possible.
Okay.
Perhaps in defending at least the knight.
That's fun. Okay. Yeah. There's also let me see. No, that's fine. Yeah, just do that. That's great.
I just want to, well.
Okay. Got a nice little protection there. It's super protected. I'm going to start. The nice thing is look at this. I can't move my knight anywhere. Look how, like, that's pretty cool.
Nom nom. Yep.
Yeah. And so you have my knight completely trapped. So if I want to move my knight, I have to go back somewhere. Which just isn't fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna move one of my pawns or one of my rooks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you still have some pawns that you can play with,
Start
right? You were talking about
inching
earlier.
upwards.
Yeah. So sometimes if you're kind of stuck at a draw and you're like, I don't know what to do, the best thing is start pushing pawns, in my opinion. And you'll probably be told differently at some point, but
So I'm wondering whether I want to start moving this guy up. I guess he can jump too, which is quite nice.
mm-hmm.
Or if I want to put pressure on your rook.
Ooh, both good ideas. One of them leaves your king a little naked.
Yeah. But king's got to get naked at some point.
True. We love that.
But I guess this one's safer, especially because I kind of just F this guy up and at the very least force you to move your rook back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then I take it.
I take it.
Okay. I'm going to be crazy. I think this is what someone would do in your rank.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I would do at the time. I was so hungry when I used to play like 400. So yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, great. So doing that put me in such a bad position because look at this hanging piece. You have so much that you're looking at right now.
Mm-hmm. You
so,
take, I take. We're just taking all over the place.
Taken. So I come down here.
I'm trying to see if that would be like an omega bad move. I do leave this guy, which is not good. Oh wait, I just take
which
your.
guy do you leave? Yeah, there it is. So So I was hoping you were gonna tunnel vision and take this.
But I still lose my knight.
But look at you. That's fine
Oh wait,
though.
but I
Because
could
you're.
just take after. Oh god.
Yep.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yep. Plus, even then, your knight is worth 3, and this rook is worth
Yes.
5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's so much
I
better.
forgot I was covering him with this. He just looks so naked nearby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something now. We're gonna go back to the drawing board. What's our first thing we should always look for?
Checks.
'Kay.
So I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you move here or here.
Okay. Why can't
You
I
can't move there.
Yep.
So you're
Mhm.
real. Damn.
Yeah. It gets
Kinda-
spooky. It gets spooky
do
for
get
me.
Spooky. What do I do after?
The cool thing is like when this is timed, sometimes checks are the best way to give yourself longer time to think. Is like a fun little awful secret. So it's like okay, I don't really know what to do, so I'm gonna check her and put the clock back on her, and that way I have more time to think what my next thing should be.
I guess it would be nice to pressure anyways, and if I start moving around here, I can maybe pick some pieces up along the way.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm stressed out. This is my only place to move. So
Dun,
what
dun,
what
dun.
can you do next?
Mm. Mm.
That's fun. We like that.
I think. Because I don't want to move these pieces right now, or else
There's also
there's no
there could be a
coverage.
sometimes you sacrifice for the sake of advantage. So this is just an idea, and it doesn't mean this is what you should do because it's all by choice, right? You could go here, and then I'm like, oh great, I take this, but then you come up here and you check me again, and now you have stacked pawns that can start doing some pretty tricky things.
I guess
Just
I'm
because
just afraid to do that because you still have a lot.
yeah,
of
because then I
movement,
go there,
and mainly because I leave your rook. I'm technically up in I'm up in material. Wow.
you are up in material.
Wow.
So you have, I mean, and you could also, you know, what you could do, you could check me again with your rook.
True.
So you have kind of endless, like, so if this was a game and you needed more time to think, then, you know, then let's check me again. Like that's totally fine. But if you just want to push some pressure on my rook, that's a good option too.
This is what I feel the safest doing for some reason.
Okay, great. Now I'm in panic and I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So I force that. Okay. So now I'm like, uh-oh, I need to protect this pawn.
I think now I just run around and start taking shit, right?
Like, you can.
Oh, wait, did I? No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Nope. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do a take back. Yep, that's take back. Yep.
I was trying to click it back to its original spot, but I
That's okay.
If I move here, well, I guess you could just move there. I'm trying to see what is easiest pieces for me to take. Maybe it's just pushing this and squeezing
That's
your
crazy.
friend a bit more. Why?
That's good. That's what I'm saying.
It?
That's crazy. That's very good. Yes.
I don't know anymore. I hate these arrows, man.
I think that's great. Because look, so if you push that, if you push up here, I can't move here. I currently can't go anywhere up here. So I'm like, I'm stuck. I'm very stuck. And that's what you want. You want me to be stuck.
I do, but I also have this problem when doing drills where like I will cover most of the places the king can go, but not actually create checkmate. So,
okay. I see. So you stalemate a lot.
Yes, in drills for sure.
Okay. That's okay.
Also, if I wanted to start taking pieces for free, maybe I do this. Well, then again, I guess you can go here.
I can go there, but if I go there, then what's your follow-up? So that's fine to think this out.
Oh,
So
this. Right?
nope, because why?
Oh, true. True.
Yep,
I
yep,
was
yep.
looking at this.
But does your original plan still work? So even if you check me
Mm-hmm.
and I go, so let's imagine the world, you check me, I go here.
Mm-hmm.
Does pushing this still work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it still works.
Okay. And then you can't go here.
Oh, apparently it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Loses a rook. Oh yeah, it does lose your rook. Never mind, I'm dumb. Hey, sometimes we learn. So
Wait.
that was a test, Pokey, and you got it wrong. And I want you to self-reflect.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think it. Wait, sorry, not this. I would do this. You would go here. And then I push this. How am I
Because
losing
then
my
I can
rook?
eat your pawn, or I can eat your rook.
Oh, true.
That's why it is important to push your pawn prior. That way I can't go here.
Okay.
Great. So now I can't go here. I can't go anywhere up here. My only option is to move here.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Now what? I could just take. See, part of me is like, I feel like if I had better chess recognition, I could figure out how to do checkmate without moving around and taking all these random pieces. But I'd much rather just have a nay keyboard and then it's easy and then I can just ladder your king.
That's so fair. Yeah, and sometimes that's totally okay.
Okay.
And sometimes that's what you got to do.
See, like I see people in chat being like, mate in 1, 2, 3. Whatever.
Yeah, I hate
but
when
I
they
could
do
just
that.
take everything and then ladder and then my life is much simpler.
But before taking everything, I mean, I just moved my king, so what do you need to protect right now?
My rook, I could do this, in which case it's protected, and I'm checking you. I don't know if that's what I want to do, though. Ah, fuck it. Let's see how it goes. Or wait. Okay, let me do what I would probably actually do.
Great. Okay, so you would do that, but now you gave me a chance to kind of escape, and now I'm staring at this guy, and you're like, oh, so annoying.
Now we're just moving around for fun.
Yeah.
You want to just... I guess if I go here, I can go grab your pawn, have a nice time.
That's fun. Okay. So now I'm just gonna try to run away.
Bye.
Okay, so now I can go up here. Okay, I can move over here. There you go. Oh, no. Okay,
wait.
so close, so close.
The other way
So
around,
I want you to pause.
think.
Yep.
Yes,
yeah.
this way.
So why you have to pause there is to stop yourself from running that super long thing. No, you're totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay, that's great though. Look, checkmate. Like, that's fine. That's great.
Okay, hypothetically, if I did do that, you move here, and then I just kind of have to recreate it otherwise, right?
You would get there eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. I'm going to do something really quick. I'm just going to slowly erase all these pieces, so just ignore. None of this is real. I just want to get you. The most important thing that I ever learned in chess is the queen king mate. Do you know that?
Yes, I learned that one. But a lot of the other ones I'm not.
Are you confident about that one?
Yeah. Test me. Teach.
Okay, yeah, I want to test you. Because that one's very, very annoying.
True. Initially, I had just the epitome of stalemate, okay? All the freaking time.
Yeah, so when did you learn that one? That's exciting.
Really just going through the drills and watching
YouTube
videos on them.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't win, I'm going to be personally upset.
I'll do my best.
Okay. That's a lot of pressure. I just realized that was rude of me.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
There's definitely a faster way I could do this, but for some reason this is
Yeah,
what I wanted to do it in my brain.
I'm not familiar enough with chess.com yet to know
Yeah,
how to do this.
Okay. All right, you're white. Here we go.
All right. Well, I think I'd rather do it this. Wait, can I?
So how'd you learn it?
I can't move. Oh, it's your
you can't
move.
move.
It's your
right,
move.
Right, it's my move. That's right. Okay,
my
there you
bad,
go.
my bad. All right. I think I'd rather do it. Let's just start here. Let's move around a little bit. Have a nice time.
Great, we love that. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Oh.
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 Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Do you stalemate on this one often?
I used to.
Okay. Perfect. You got it. Yeah, this one's no problem.
Okay, but it's because, like, I learned the trick.
Yeah, that's fine though. There is a trick, and that's okay if you learn the trick.
Am I gonna fuck it up? I don't think so.
Okay, so sometimes if I'm nervous about fucking it up, I'll pause
Yeah.
and remember that my king always covers 3 squares.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I can't
And I
go
want
there,
to
there,
allow
there.
you a spot to move to.
Yep, and I need to move.
And then I just in your face. Boom.
Uh-oh.
Right?
I lose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
I was saying uh-oh, I
thought you were
lose.
saying
Sorry.
uh-oh because I fucked it up.
Uh-oh, you messed it up. No. That's great. That's great.
Okay.
Okay, that was good.